Are you thinking about making a move to Wichita, Kansas in 2026? Here's the truth. Your money goes a lot further here, but let's be honest, there's a handful of things that might completely catch you off guard. Let's break down the real pros, the real cons of living in Wichita right now. Let's start off with the biggest reason folks will move here. Bottom left, median sales price. Drum roll, please. $234,000. This is as of end of February 2026. Now, yeah, it's gone up a little bit, as you can see, but compared to most places across the country, that's still extremely affordable. To kind of put that in perspective, in a lot of cities, $230,000 might get you a small condo or not even that. But here in Wichita, you can still have options in that $230,000 price range. A home with a little bit of space. Obviously, if you're coming from that higher cost area, this is usually the part where folks go, wait, that's all it cost for all of this? Well, yeah. Obviously, depending on your situation, what exactly you're needing, location, all of that, it's going to be subject to change. But the message here, showing you the proof in the pudding, you've got options. Homes are way more affordable here compared to most across the country. Whether you're needing that starter home, you're upgrading, you're looking for a new build, you have options. And quite frankly, that's one of the biggest reasons Wichita continues to attract folks out of state. And it's not just housing. Overall, your monthly cost of living here is still lower than a lot of places, especially compared to those bigger cities. You'll usually see savings in things like utilities, groceries, and everyday expenses. Now, I will say, insurance can be a little higher here than some folks expect, especially with storms being a factor. But even with that, most people still come out ahead overall. And obviously, they're going to vary from situation to situation, but are still coming out ahead. Number 3, easy living, light traffic. You can get pretty much anywhere in Wichita in about 20 minutes. If you got the traffic going, 30 minutes. No long commutes, no sitting in traffic every day. It just makes life easier overall. We've got folks coming from the coast where that commute can be 45 minutes, an hour, 2 hours plus, just in your commute one way. That's not the way here. Obviously, you're gonna have some traffic backed up from time to time, the weather, what have you. But in the grand scheme of things, you were able to get around rather quickly, and that is a big plus. If you're actually thinking about buying, this part matters. Right now, inventory is sitting at just over 2 months of supply. So this is not a buyer's market. If that right home pops up, you still need to be ready to move. But this is where the market gets a little interesting. Homes are taking about 32 days roughly to go pending. Sellers are getting about 97% of that listing price. So what this means is, yes, it's still competitive, but it's not the chaos we were seeing 2-3 years ago. You're not walking into a 10 to 15 offer situation every single time. So you've got a little more breathing room as a buyer, but you still can't drag your feet when that right home fits. Yeah, obviously there's going to be some outliers in there, the homes that hit the market and get snatched up immediately. We're finding those are the ones that are priced right, have been advertised right, they check the boxes, people are getting in there, and people are moving forward. So no, you've got a little bit of time, you've got a little bit of breathing room, but when that right home hits and you find it, you can't drag your feet. On to the next. A little bit of value, even a little. Do us a solid like, comment, subscribe, all the YouTube stuff. Share that with someone who might be needing a little bit of help. If you got a question, reach out. I can't read your mind. Call, text, email, DM, whatever you got to do to get those questions answered. Morning, noon, early evening, weekends, I got you back when relocating to Wichita and the surrounding areas. Plugs aside, we're getting back after it Right.
Get into some cons. The weather. Kansas weather can be unpredictable. Just like everywhere else, hot summers, cold winters, excess winds, storms, and yeah, tornadoes are a part of life here. Not necessarily as extreme as most folks think, but it's definitely something to be aware of. One of the running jokes is we're not necessarily afraid of the weather, it's the other folks driving. I'm not talking trash, I drive around here too, so I'm no better, but the weather can be very off-putting for some. If you're coming from a bigger city, Wichita is going to feel noticeably smaller. You're not getting the big city nightlife or the constant big events. You're trading that for affordability and space. But I tell folks all the time, there's plenty to do. You just got to get out there. You got to find it. Don't you worry. I'll share some links down below so you can get a feel for kind of what's going on. Number 3 is being a car-dependent city. This is a driving city. You're going to need a car. There's no way around it. Yeah, they've got their busing system and it's really come a long ways. But for most folks, you're going to need a car. I'll pull up the map. You can get a feel. It is pretty impressive. It covers a lot of Wichita, but you know, you got to figure out, okay, this is my route. This is the time I need to be there. Is it going to be late? What time does the bus stop? Are you needing to get out on a Sunday or perhaps a holiday? If that's the route you got to go, it is there. It has come a long ways, but for most folks, this is a car-dependent city. Something to keep in mind moving forward. Now a few quick upsides. Being in the heartland, we're smack dab in the middle. Central location. Quick, easy trips if you just need a day trip to, say, Kansas City or Oklahoma City, Denver and Dallas. If you don't mind a slightly longer drive, we've got a strong job base, aviation leading the way, manufacturing, and healthcare. And if Wichita's not your vibe, we've got some great suburbs depending on your lifestyle. So, is Wichita a good place to live in 2026? For some, yeah. For others, maybe not. But it really comes down to what you're looking for. And if you're thinking about moving to Wichita or anywhere nearby for that matter, I'm helping people all the time. So whether you're moving soon or you're starting to plan, reach out, call, text, email, whatever works for you. We'll help you figure out the right area, the right strategy, and make sure you don't make a move you'll regret. You want to continue that learning journey? I got a couple videos over here. Check them out. And until the next one, we'll see you later.